The message that Ed Miliband wants to get across is obvious. He understands the pressure on young families. With his wife and children in tow, he arrived at conference to make his argument to the public. Polls show that Labour is level pegging with the Conservatives. People still aren't convinced.
Abolishing the bedroom tax, strengthening the national minimum wage, childcare there for parents who need it. That's what I mean by tackling the cost of living crisis at this conference. That's what I mean by a government that fights for you.
Labour wants to increase the minimum wage, but only in profitable sectors. A cleaner working for a bank could be paid more than if they worked elsewhere. It could be tricky to implement.
Ed Miliband is trying to define who he would help if he was Prime Minister and who would have to pay more. But someone on £60,000 a year, in his book, isn't rich and wouldn't face higher taxes. So that leaves a very small number of people on the very highest salaries who would have to fund his cost of living drive. Mr Miliband, how will your policies work if there's no new money that you're pledging?
At Labour Women's Conference, support for working mums went down well. Ed Miliband wants schools to offer childcare, such as breakfast or after-school clubs, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
To at least start providing the childcare that parents need.
But there will be no extra funding provided.
Mr Miliband, how are you going to fund your schools policy?
Fantastic to have a very personal.
It's something that teachers are also asking.
If they are going to implement a childcare policy which is before and after school, it's got to be properly funded. Schools could not possibly fund it at the moment.
What can you see, sweetie?
Ed Miliband has assured families he won't overpromise and fail to deliver. But polls show Labour still has some way to go before they're really trusted on the economy. Sophie Ridge, Sky News in Brighton.